going on, guys? Got a little video for you. I know it's been a minute. Haven't been documenting most of my trades, and to be honest, they haven't been the best trades. Pretty much blew my funded account. It's alright though. I was risking heavy. I was trying to get through it, but I'm close to pretty much blowing it. So you know what I did? I think it's time for me to switch over to futures. No more of the CFDs. No more of these Forex little lot size bullshit. We're going to go to futures. We're going to play the big boys game. And yeah, I took a trade today. First trade on the futures account. I took it on Top Step 50K account. Just trying to get through the combine. And we'll go over my bias and my trade that I took. And then also go over some of the trades that pretty much blew my account last week. So, hopping into the charts today, we were resting right below these highs here, these buy side highs, right there. And I wanted to see price target those for the day. This was my main target for the day, just because we were so close. We haven't hit them. So we have those highs there, and then I also want to see these highs get targeted. But first, I want to see a retracement into this 1 hour fair value gap right here. Or we have this breaker block / order block sort of thing going on right here. So we got that, and then we also have 15-minute lows right here that start that fair value gap. So that was what I wanted to see get hit for us to go higher. And what happens right off the market open? I'm sitting on the 5-minute now, just because that's where most of my mistakes don't occur. They occur mainly on the 1 minute when I'm rushed into trades and I'm not being patient. So market opens, and then we pretty much just slow chop down, going to the 1 minute. Slow chop all market, waiting for these lows to get hit. And then boom, this happens here. We create a 1 minute SMT off of these highs on the ES, and then on NQ we create a 1 minute SMT. I'm like, all right, this could be a decent trade for the funded. A little one contract, 1%er, just easy, quick trade. We create a fair value gap there. I'm waiting for it to get pushed up into, and then also see a reaction off of it. I want to see a bearish reaction off of it, so I want to see it close below it. What happens? We go up into it, one more candle, and then boom, we get a bearish close. Take my trade based off of that. Stops above the fair value gap. TP1 and only TP. Or I'll put my stops above this last candle. First and only TP at these sell side lows for a clean 1-to-1. This is a decent. I like this trade for a funded account. It's a high confluence, high probability trade. We're keeping bearish structure. We're maintaining this 1 minute fair value gap here. We created SMT with also taking out internal highs right here. And we got to break a structure, internal change in the state right there. And then we also get an imbalance that got balanced out with bearish price action out of it. Taking my trade based off of that. And then within pretty much one candle, I hit TP1, only TP, took off the only contract that I had. I was trading E-mini. I could have probably gone with the micros, but you know what? My risk was there. I only plan on having this one TP. Didn't want to see us go any lower because I didn't believe we were going to go lower down into these London lows down here because that was too far away. And these were my main draws on the day. So then after that happened, I'm like, all right, bet. High confluence trade, high probability trade. I'm happy with that. I'll look for, not looking to trade, but since my bias is still in play, I can still look for longs up until these highs, and I'll get off replay mode. And it looks like we just tapped those highs, so my bias was correct for the day. But sitting on the charts, I couldn't find anything. To take it higher. Like I said, I was sitting on the 5-minute mainly. Didn't get much besides this little retracement into this 5-minute order block here. Could have taken it off that, but that was right after news that we had at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. and it was pretty heavy. Got a little dip. Price did come down to this 1 minute fair value gap, but I was sitting on the 5-minute. Didn't want to Didn't want to force a trade that I didn't need since I'm already in profit for the day. And I got my winning trades. Trade in. I'll bring up my screen. So here it is. Here's the Top Step account. Just a 50K. Nothing too special, you know. Just going to get some payouts from it. And yeah, here it is. Entered off that 1 minute. Because after the 1 minute close, entered off here. Filled down here on this TP. Go down to the 15 second. You can see it even better. Got filled about right here. TP1. Boom. Easy. Up 472. Like I said, it was just a one to one. Pretty much risking 1%. And yeah, we're on our way. We're on our way to getting a payout. And also taking high quality trade setups and maintaining my discipline and patience within the markets. But yeah, that's it for me today. That's all I took for today. But yesterday, I took I can't even remember, it was a bad trade. Shouldn't have even taken it. Horrible price action. We pretty much just flew. Where are we at? Yeah. We just chopped actually all day yesterday. Opened, flew, chopped. Nothing for me to take. I took an L. Pretty much, I'm like 1% away from blowing that account. Not worried about it. It's whatever. I've been risking heavy on it. Haven't been taking the best setups. That's my fault. And yeah, this was a good setup. This is what I look to trade on this funded account as of now. You know, just the high probability 1-to-1s, trying to pass the first combine. And then once I get past the combine, then I'll be taking more high confluence, maybe 2 to 3 trades a week off of breaks of structure, after sweeps of liquidity, breaks of structure, third confluence, high confluence trades, but also targeting better RRs, but that will also lower the win rate. But bigger profits is the goal after passing that. And also just locking in, you know, just taking 5-minute trades, staying on the high time frame, being patient, trying to do this thing. It's 30 trade challenge. I can only take 30 trades no matter what. Takes however long. Only take the next 30 trades that I take have to be within my strategy. And if they aren't, I have to start over. This was within my strategy. Why? Because we get this SMT along with internal manipulation, along with change in state, break of structure right here, and then also fair value gap. That is my strategy. My strategy is a sweep of liquidity, hunt of liquidity. SMT is another confluence. I don't need an SMT to take a trade, but it's extra confluence. That's why I was open to taking this short, even though it was against my bias. It was just high confluence. And then also, yeah, this third confluent, fair value gap, filled imbalance, whatever you want to call it. Get a bearish close on it, pretty much confirming my bias for this one trade. Because I knew we wanted to come down to the 1 hour for value gap at least, and also taking out these 15-minute lows. So yeah, this I'm happy with. Still trying to get in the groove, you know, still trying to maintain discipline. And I did maintain discipline on this trade because look, we just went straight up. So if I just took off partials, even though I couldn't because it was one contract, would have gotten taken out. But I knew that we didn't want to go much lower, so I'm just going to take what the market gives me. As my main focus on these next couple months is just high confluence, patience, and not having to take a trade when I know it's not there, you know? Not trying to force anything. I'm just taking what the market gives us. So yeah. That's pretty much it for me today. Hope you guys learned something. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.